My beloved friend, have you ever looked at yourself and then you start speaking to yourself? Why is your life not moving faster enough? And you are making this statement because when you look around yourself and even on the social media, you are seeing people winning. You are seeing people achieving. You are seeing people getting their dreams, goals, and visions in life come to reality. You see others buying, you see others selling, you see others traveling, you even see others getting married to their dream partners in life. And you start asking yourself, what is really wrong with you? Or is there anything you are doing wrong that is making you not to move in the pace you want to move in life? I want you to pause for a moment, okay? Now, I want you to know that if you want to become a better version of yourself, if you want to see progress taking place in your life, if you want to succeed in life, I want you to know that success does not come overnight. You see those things you are seeing about others that you've not seen yet happening in your life? I want you to know that those are the results of little steps and habits that people develop over time. And so, if you really need to grow your life every day on a daily basis by 1%, you might be wondering, Dora, how can I achieve that? How can I become 1% better in my life every single day? I want you to know that it is not a big deal and you can actually achieve it. And if this is like what you have interest in, then I want you to be with me until the end of this video. Let me walk you through exactly how you can actually become 1% better in your life every single day. It is possible, trust me. Now, number one way, small habits compounded over time is going to help you to become 1% better in your life every single day. For example, if you want to read a book, you might look at this book and you'll be discouraged because of the volume of the book. You are intimidated, or because you are a busy person and you are like, what time will I have to come and read this book and then finish it? And so you always feel reluctant in reading this book. But let me give you a secret habit that you can actually use and then finish this book. Read a page a day. In 1 week time, you've read 7 pages. But if you have time, read a chapter of that book a day. I don't know how many chapters are in the book, but before you know it, you are done reading that book. And you will be surprised at how you were able to finish this book. Now, inculcating or developing small habits in your life. If you are this type that you are like, the expenses I run on a daily basis is too much. I don't have enough money, but I need to save. But I love saving. You can actually save. You don't have to save the big amount that others are saving. There is a saying that little drops can make an ocean. Okay? If you start saving just a little, let's say a 500 naira or even 200 naira every single day, at the end of the month, it has accumulated. Or let's say you want to keep it to 1 year. At the end of the year, you have gotten something in bulk for you to use and do just a little thing. And that thing that you will do with that money, it is going to help you and change your life. Now, that is for saving, meaning you can actually save no matter the amount of income you are having. You might not change, you might not see the changes happening big, but at least you will see little changes happening in your life financially. Now, if you want to be better every day in your life by 1%, there is a little habit you can actually do practicing a skill. You understand? If there's any skill that you love doing, if there's any skill that you love having, just a little of making practice of that skill every blessed day. In a week, you've gotten a knowledge of that skill. In a month and then in a year, you will be so good at that skill that you have been learning just a little every single day. For example, if you want to learn how to speak in public, in your own private time, by talking to yourself, even if it is just for 3 minutes a day, with time you will see that you will be able to speak for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes, and then 20, and you can go as far as you want. If you want to learn sewing, it's a skill. What can you do? Every blessed day, you go to your machine and then you do a little thing. With time, you'll be able to sew a lot of things yourself. As you see me, I can make my garments myself, and I did not go to anywhere to learn it. When I mean I did not go to anywhere to learn, I did not go to any formal place to learn it. I learned it on my own every single day. I make mistake, I learn from the mistake. And gradually now, I almost make major of my clothes I put on. And it's helping me a lot. And people are always wowed at the way I make my garments. If I tell them I am still learning, they don't believe. I'm saying so because I taught myself. Now, if you want to become a better version of yourself, and so you want to be better 1% every day, the second thing you can do is focus on consistency and not perfection. Most persons are not moving forward in life, and that is because they are always waiting for the perfect moment. They are waiting for the perfect plan. They are waiting for the perfect time in their life. But the problem is there a perfect plan? Is there a perfect time? If you want to wait for a perfect time and then a perfect moment in your life, you are going to wait forever, because waiting for the perfect time have really tied a lot of person down in life. And that is why I want you to know that waiting for the perfect time will always lead you to procrastinating, because when you want to do the thing, you will say, I've not gotten everything in order. Let me see tomorrow if I can achieve everything. At the end of the day, you keep on pushing what you are doing to the next day. And at the end, you will be discouraged and you will not be able to do what you are supposed to do. And that is why I want you to know that consistency always wins perfection in life. Consistency has to do with you showing up. You keep on doing that thing you want to do, even if you've not achieved the result yet. You keep on doing, and with time, you will see that you will be sharpened and better in what you are doing. Instead of you waiting for the perfect time, you keep on doing, you keep on showing up. And each time you keep on showing up, what happens? You become better. And so you are going to definitely become better 1% every day of your life if you are consistent, rather than waiting for the perfect time and perfect plans in your life. Now, if you want to become a better version of yourself by 1% every day, you have to improve on your mindset daily. This is very important. If you want to be better in your life by 1% every day, you need to improve on your mindset. And why am I saying so? I am saying so because if you surround yourself with negative persons, you cannot move forward. If you surround your mindset with negative thoughts like, I won't be able to do it, I can't make it, and these words you speak to yourself, they will now work on you and it will look as if someone is doing you, but nobody is actually doing you, because you are in the state you are as a result of those words, those negative words you keep on speaking to yourself. You are now living it, and so the result will be you always being stuck or moving backward in life. If you put in your mind fear, for example, you want to do something and you always have this fear that what if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if I don't make it? What if I fail again? What if I stumble and fall? What if people don't like me? What if I'm not like others? If you surround yourself with this thought, what will happen? Fear will grip in, and then you will not be able to do what you are supposed to do. And when you don't do what you are supposed to do, what happens? Stagnation sets in. You start seeing setbacks in your life. And when all this happens, what happens? You won't grow. Your life will become stagnant. And if you always doubt yourself, maybe you want to do something, you are always second guessing, you are always doubting your abilities, your skills, your potentials. See, let me tell you something. No matter how endowed you are, if you don't believe that you can do it, then you can't. And so if you put self-doubt in your mind, no matter how endowed you are, no matter how skilled you are, you won't be able to do what you are supposed to do. Why? Because you don't believe in yourself. But trust me, in improving your mindset daily, if you now have a different mindset, meaning you now think differently, if you believe differently and you now act differently, then you now started reading books that are going to inspire you, and then you start watching videos that are also going to uplift you and then motivate you, like the videos I make here on this channel. It is going to help you in becoming 1% better every day of your life. And trust me, if you do this, you won't regret it. And also, if you make sure that you find positive thinkers and then surround yourself with them, it will help you to become better 1% every day of your life. And trust me, if you can become 1% better every day of your life, with time, you are going to see the results and you'll be proud you did it. Now, the next point, if you want to become 1% better in your life every single day, the next thing that you can do is learn something new every single day. I have been telling you in my videos that learning does not end. You keep on learning until the day you leave this planet Earth. And there is no one that knows it all. Okay? I don't know it all. You don't know it all. There is nobody that can come out and beat his or her chest and say, I have known everything that I'm supposed to know in this life. No, you can't, because trends are coming up and we are living in a digital world where things are changing by the day. And if you don't want to look outdated, if you want to know and be useful in this digital era, then you have to keep on learning on a daily basis. And if you want to learn on a daily basis, how can you do that? By simply learning new ideas. You cannot still be working with the idea that you have 10, 20 years ago. Those are outdated. And that is why even books that people write, you will see this is a new version, a new edition. That is to tell you that the information that the person gave you in that book is no longer working in the present day that we are. And so the person is wise enough so he or she will not mislead people. They write a new edition of the book, updating the information of the book. And so you need new ideas. You need new skill. In those days, what do people use to write? Typewriter. Even those that are studied in the university, we see them using typewriter then. But now when you look around offices, when you look around the society, how many persons are still using typewriter to write? Everyone is now using the computer. And let me tell you, if someone sees you in this era using typewriter to type, how will they see you? They will see you as an ancient person, as someone that is outdated, that don't want to move forward. And so everybody is now computer literate. We don't use the typewriter to type again. And so everyone learns how to use the computer and not the typewriter again. And so it's a new skill that has come on board, and everybody is learning. And if you want to be updated also, you have to learn. Okay, now you can also learn new ways of doing something. If you have been using this pattern to do something, reason if there are other ways that you can do that thing that will enable you to get a faster result. You are doing something in this way. Have you ever reasoned that there can be other ways or methods for you to achieve what you are doing? Sometimes the process you are using to do something is a long way. What if there are shortcuts that you can use to achieve that thing faster, to save you time and your resources? For example, if you are good at the computer, you will know that if you want to copy and then paste a work, you can go up there and see where you click and then press copy or press paste. But there are shortcuts that you can just say Ctrl V and then you have pasted your work. Ctrl C and then you have copied your work. It's easier for you. It saves time for you to do whatever you are doing. Okay? And so it is very necessary for you to learn new ways of making something. And I want you to know that in learning something new every day, you can also learn from your mistakes. When you learn from your mistake, it will make you to be knowledgeable. It will make you to be wise. When you learn from your mistakes, it will help you not to repeat the same mistakes again. And so, learning from your mistake is an important aspect of learning a new thing in your life. Whenever you make mistake, don't just make the mistake and then walk away. Come back and then look at the mistake you did and reason a different way that you can do that thing, and also know what made you to do that mistake. If you know what made you to do that mistake, then you won't make that mistake again. I always do this a lot when I am sewing. Sometimes I want to cut the fabric and then I do a mistake and cut it in a different way. I will not ask myself, what made me to cut this fabric in this way to do this mistake? I will not put it on my head so that next time when I want to draft the pattern and then start cutting the fabric, I will put that into consideration. And so learning from my mistake also makes me to know what I am doing. Now, if you want to be better 1% every day of your life, there is something you can also do. And what is that? Track your progress. This is very important. And you will ask me, Dora, how can I track my progress? How can I know I am making progress? How can I know I am getting better and better in my life? Number one way you can do is you can use a journal, meaning you can be writing. You can be keeping record of what you are doing. And so when you look back at it, you'll be able to see that you are making progress. You can have a checklist. You can say, okay, I want to do this thing. And you make it like the points. step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And so when you get to step 10 or point 10, you will know that you are making progress because you have moved from point 1 to point 10. So you don't need someone to tell you if you are making progress or not. Even if the pace you are moving is little, you will be convinced within yourself that you are actually making progress. Or you can make a simple habit tracker. You understand? You can make a simple habit tracker. And how can you do it? For example, if you want to be waking up by 5 a.m. every single day, you can track your habit to know if you are actually waking up by 5 a.m. How will you do it? You set alarm and the alarm guides you. By 5 a.m. the alarm will surely ring and then you wake up. The next day, the same thing, the other day, the same thing. And you will be able to see that in a week, in 1 month, in 1 year, you have been able to wake up every single day by 5 a.m. And so you'll be able to see yourself. You don't need someone to tell you. And if you are doing all these things, you will see that you will actually be making progress in your life. Now, you might be saying, becoming 1% better every single day. I want you to know that it is not easy as you may hear it. 1%, you say just a little, but if you are not disciplined and then consistent, you cannot be better 1% every single day. And so discipline is very important and key. Consistency is very important and key for you to become 1% better every day. And I want you to know that in achieving this, you are not going to get the big picture of it overnight. These little habits that you compound over time is what is going to help you to become the person you are becoming. You becoming 1% better in your life every day simply means that today be 1% better than yesterday. And your tomorrow should be 1% better than your today. And in 1 week time, in 1 month time, in 360 days, which is a year, you will see that you are going to experience extraordinary changes happening in your life. It is not magic. Test and see. If it does not work, come back here and challenge me, because I have been doing it and I am seeing the results. And that is why I am making you to understand that if you don't strive for perfection, but rather you go for consistency and then discipline in these small habits that I just shared with you in this video, you are definitely going to be 1% better in your life every single day. You can do it because others have been doing it. I have been doing it and I am seeing the result. Test and see, okay? This is Simplicity in Peak channel. If you enjoy this content, I have other great content in this channel like this. You can check them out and then watch them. Give this video a like, share this video with others, subscribe to this channel for more content like this. Until next time, I remain Dora Bobby again, okay?